this way. Oh, look at you got all dressed up
A little
for
different
me.
from yesterday.
I know.
I know.
Yes. Oh my God.
See if we have room here.
Oh, we'll make room.
I'll let you decide
Thank you,
how want
appreciate it.
Okay, make sure do that one right
Yeah,
there.
this will work.
All right, I will be eating a chip while you're here for sure.
I encourage it.
Oh my God, this is unbelievable. All right, so how old is Rick Stout?
Rick's will be 10 years.
10 years.
Come next year. So 2008, they're switching over to Rick's from Big Fish.
From Big Fish, that's right, that's right. But it was still part of this LK Empire. This,
Correct. So
okay.
Chow Fun Food
Chow-
Group.
Yep,
So we have obviously Rick's Roadhouse.
right.
We have 10 Prime Steak Sushi right
Yep.
around the corner from us.
We've had 10 on, yep, great group.
4 Harry's now.
4 Harry's, that's right.
4.
We announced that actually when Ted from Harry's was on the show, that's right.
Yep, yeah, I remember
that's
watching that one,
yep.
yeah.
We were announcing the Lincoln one and the Newport one.
Yep. So Newport's up and running over on Thames Street. We have Lincoln as
So
well as
right by my house,
yeah.
love that one.
Awesome spots. You know, can be nice little.
But you're,
slider.
so you're, so it's 9 years now, so next year you're saying that's the concept of Rick's Roadhouse will be celebrating its 10th anniversary.
Correct. Yeah. So 10 years will be next year.
Unbelievable. So now, I think Rick's, from my perspective, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that we were just talking to Olga's, who spent 20 years kind of starting this renaissance over there. It seems that you guys were the next in my mind, because it was, like you said, Big Fish and then Rick's, but it was all the same group.
Mhm.
And you took a spot, again, that was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So talk a little bit about the location itself. What was that?
Well, the location itself, obviously, when you drive by Rick's, you see the 2 big garage doors.
Right.
More so in the summertime, they're open, which is nice. Get the nice breeze in there.
Absolutely.
It's deceivingly big when you drive by. You drive by, you wouldn't think how deep it is.
Right.
A lot of people get confused sometimes when you walk into the bar. You forget there's
You think
a
that
whole
that's it when
dining
you
room
first
behind
walk
there.
in,
Exactly,
yeah.
yeah. So we have a huge dining room inside, right behind the wall. And then, there's 2 entrances. So you can go onto the patio,
Right.
where we have our tables and umbrellas out there right now.
And so that's the third thing. So all of you that I brought on today all have this great al fresco
Mhm.
dining going on.
Correct.
You guys got a large spot.
We do. It's very
Okay.
large.
I mean, I was out there the other day and I saw a guy playing, what was it, shooting
Cornhole.
cornhole,
Yeah.
playing the shooting the beanbags out
Mhm.
there. So Rick's is a great spot to go to for that, for this relaxation. So let's talk about what you brought, because I'm already
Absolutely.
drooling over here.
So we'll start here.
One of these.
This is our chips, salsa, and guacamole that we do make in-house daily. Our guacamole is made fresh daily as well. Traditional guacamole, you're gonna have your avocado,
Mhm.
get some red onion in there, a little cumin, salt, pepper, garlic, onion. One of the top-selling appetizers that we have. It's a nice snack to have with a group of people,
Oh, God, yeah.
especially on Taco Tuesday.
Taco
Which
Tuesday.
is one of our big things. You were in there yesterday. We had that going on.
Yep.
So.
Love Taco Tuesday.
Our chips right here, hand cut for us. We fry those daily as well, and with a little salt, pepper.
These are made in-house too?
In-house. Yep, correct.
Beautiful.
So we get them and they're hand cut for us, and then we go ahead and fry them in-house.
Oh, God.
Then we hit them with a little bit of our grub rub to give a little extra seasoning.
I just had one of those on there. It was actually delicious.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it's like when you have one, you can't have only one. You gotta have more.
They're addictive, trust
I
me.
know. What do we got up here?
Right here is just one of our go-to lunch items. Extremely popular, especially during the afternoon. Nice, quick, simple item to get for a guest. We have our pulled pork, which we smoke for 14 hours at 225 degrees. And then we have our Carolina coleslaw, which the great thing about it, even on a personal level, is it's vinegar based, so no mayo.
Really? Oh, I would like that.
Nice and sweet, a little tanginess to it.
I wouldn't have thought
And
about
then with
that.
the barbecue, a little sweet and tang as well.
Beautiful. I wouldn't have thought about the vinegar. That's unique.
I can't beat it.
And then cornbread.
Cornbread. Can't go
Oh,
wrong.
yeah, cornbread.
And a little honey butter
He
on
won't
there.
be leaving with these. Just so you know. He won't be leaving those. All right. And then you guys are different. So
Mhm.
when I go into Rick's, it's got an awesome bar. Behind the bars, like you said, as you walk in, the dining room is huge.
Correct.
You know, there's one. You've got like an elevated area where guests are sitting in one part of the dining room,
Mhm.
and then you got some booths and your tables. But that bar area is almost your first welcome.
It is.
And how many TVs are in there?
TVs, we have 14 TVs right now.
14 TVs.
Not enough, right?
You're going to be overstimulated when you go in there because you're going to love drinking,
Mhm.
eating, and then watching whatever you want to watch right there. So you guys have an incredible menu. You have drafts,
Correct.
and then you've got the beers. So talk
Mhm.
about the beers that you brought.
So these beers right here in particular are from Revival Brewing, which we have quite a bit of their selection right now. Great local brewery, Sean Larkin, who's the brewmaster over there. They've been wonderful friends to us. These two I brought in particular, mainly because we do a lot of specials with them. We cook with a lot of booze. So a lot of beer, a lot of bourbon.
What's wrong with that? I cook with wine, I cook with booze. It's okay.
So you can't beat it. This one right here, which is the Revival White Electric Coffee Stout. So we got Revival Brewing, White Electric Coffee Company.
Okay.
So nice local influence with this beer.
It's coffee stout.
Coffee stout. It's a nice winter beer, but we actually use it in our mole, which we use for Taco Tuesday, and our chicken mole tacos.
That's awesome. Just being supporting local, I love that. Oh my God, yeah, you can tell that. What do we got with this one here?
And this one right here, it's actually one of our top-selling bottle and can beers. That's Revival Night Swimmer, which is a Belgian-style wheat ale. And we've used that in endless amounts of specials. We've done some wings with them, like an orange glaze, Night Swimmer wings.
Classy can, I love it.
And recently for Restaurant Week, we did beer can chicken. So we called it Tall Boy beer can chicken. So we threw that right in whole chicken, smoked them off, and gave it a very unique but tasty flavor.
So Belgian style wheat ale, and this is brewed with natural raspberries.
It's interesting.
All right,
It tastes.
I'm gonna try.
That's a summer beer right there.
I'm gonna try
This
it.
one's a little more winter, but that one's good for a day like today.
All right, so this is the one I'm gonna try.
Mhm.
All right, so now talk to us while I'm trying this. Drink responsibly. It says I'm doing that. While I'm trying this, tell us a little bit about the rest of the menu that you guys are offering, Chandler.
Absolutely. So we have a wide variety of items on our menu. Anything between appetizers, our pitmaster platters. So we have our pulled pork. We have our beef brisket. We have half chicken. We have one that's very popular, is that triple fun. So you get a little brisket, pulled pork, get a third rack of ribs on there,
Oh my God.
Texas toast, then you get little beans, coleslaw, as well as cornbread, which you can't go wrong with.
My God, you'd have to roll me out of that. That's amazing.
And then we have some really fun appetizers, which are always a big hit. Fried mac and cheese, so the 2 fried mac and cheese patties that we bread and fried, and then that gets topped with our zombie cheese sauce.
Zombie
Little
cheese sauce.
jalapenos on there.
Wow. All right, lunch and dinner?
Lunch and dinner, correct. So lunch starts at 11:30 every day.
Okay.
And menu's the same from 11:30 a.m. till 10 p.m. Sunday through Thursday. And then the weekends, our kitchen's open till midnight.
Really? Till midnight?
Midnight, yeah.
So, from the perspective of you guys being over there, what has been your opinion of noticing? I mean, you're each of you, it seems to me, are complimenting each other. These, right? Like, especially
Yes.
my guests today.
Yep.
So, who are the guests that are coming in? You got a lot of locals out of this.
We have a wide variety of guests that do come in. Age ranges anywhere from kids to adults. Dogs are popular with Ricks.
You're definitely a family-friendly restaurant.
Very family friendly. Yeah. We get a lot of groups from the Children's Museum, which is right around the corner from us,
Great.
which is nice. So we know we have a nice kids menu for all the kids that come in, get to color it in. We have a contest that we do monthly, so they can come in, color it in, and they have a chance to win a $50 gift card.
Really?
So it's nice for everybody.
Can I leave my kids there too? Oh, just kidding.
We're working on that.
We're working- Indoor babysitters for the restaurant. I'd be thrilled with that. So, with the time frame that you guys have been over there, you talk about the kids in the museum and there. From a tourism perspective, and this is one of the things that I was looking into and inviting you guys on, is that your pocket that's there is similar to these other pockets that started to develop here in downtown. But you and Olga's kind of started this renaissance, if you
Correct,
will,
yeah.
of bringing people in. I have to imagine that the tourism trade is coming with it from conventions.
It
and things
definitely,
as well,
absolutely,
right?
it definitely shows all the events going on in the city now, the water fires.
Right.
Even though we're just down the street from
It's
where
not
the
far
water
at
fire
all.
happens, exactly.
Yeah, you're not far off.
So we'll get a lot of people for dinner for that. Anything from Comic-Con to the NCAA tournaments, which was big for Rick's last year,
Right.
or 2 years ago now, I believe it is. But even we have people coming in, just talking to guests. Yeah, just was driving by, went on
Yeah.
Yelp, looked for barbecue, and it brought me here.
So how big is your kitchen? Because you've got a massive seating capacity, and your chef's got a lot of undertaking with these menus, the diversity of the menu.
It is, yeah.
So
between the menu and the specials and everything else in between. It's,
Yeah.
it's fun.
So how big is your team? It's got to be a good sized kitchen team, right?
Our team right now, currently, we just actually have a brand new kitchen manager who's doing a phenomenal job for us, and our kitchen staff in general. We have about 6 staff right now, I believe, in the kitchen.
Wow.
But they're all phenomenal, work hard, and they're a big part of why this food tastes so good.
So from your chef's perspective, and I kind of gave you a little hint to check into this with your
Mhm.
chef. One of the things we kind of close out the segments and talking to everybody about is things that the chef would recommend, or
Mhm.
things that are favorites of the chef. And
Mhm.
I know your chef's busy and he's great managing the kitchen over
Mhm.
there. So talk to me about what you think his suggestions would be if people were to come. What is something they shouldn't miss on this menu?
I honestly gotta say
It's
anything.
pretty good, by the way.
It's very tasty.
tasty.
I would have to say, honestly, you got to get the barbecue. You got to try the pulled pork, the brisket, and the ribs are always a go-to, especially if you get the full rack, which about this size,
that big?
it's huge.
Wow.
But our specials, we do a lot of specials now that we try to incorporate local restaurants. We use Olga's at time, so we use some of their bread.
Nice.
We've also obviously using different breweries nearby. So we always try to have a local influence in a lot of the specials we do. So if I had to say, that would be the thing to do. Ask about our weekly specials.
The weekly specials.
Yeah.
What's probably one of the most popular things that guests are coming in and enjoying on a regular basis?
I gotta say it's the pulled pork.
The pulled pork.
The pulled pork, and then the other one, which sells really well, is the pulled pork mac and cheese. So
Oh, you
that's an
gotta be
interesting
kidding
one.
me. All
So
right,
we-
you gotta describe that. It sounds like it should be simple,
Yeah.
but describe this pulled. It's not like your other fried mac and cheese. It's,
Oh, no.
Okay.
So we have a big cast iron pan that we prepare our mac and cheese in. We add some of the pulled pork, a little sweet and tangy barbecue sauce, and then we top that off with some cornbread crumbles.
Oh my god.
Throw that in the oven for a little bit. Baked, not faked. So,
Wow, that sounds unbelievable. Now, the size of your place, does it allow for private events? Because I know that this
Yes.
is a season we're starting to get into and people are asking opinions on
yep, even this
spaces
morning.
for-
Exactly. Even this morning, we had a few calls for events next month. We do a lot of takeout. We have a very popular takeout item, which is called Slop the Hogs, where you get pulled pork, ribs, chicken, brisket, beans, coleslaw, cornbread, and mac and cheese. Feeds up to 12 people. So we can do, takeout from anywhere to 6 people to 100 people. Over the beginning of the summer, we did a big event with Providence College
Nice.
for one of their fraternities, which is called, I believe, a Clam Jam. So we did about $6,000 worth of food for them.
You're kidding.
And a lot of pulled pork, a lot of cornbread, mac and cheese.
Now, is your delivery area limited to Providence, or how is it that you set the?
It depends. We try to. It's tough when in the restaurant we don't have really the capability of delivery.
Okay.
But
So you're working with
oftentimes,
companies that are helping you with the
yeah. So we
delivery?
have third party, 2 of them, Order Up and Dash, which is through Foodler.
Gotcha.
So you can always call them and have them deliver your food. And if it's something really big, always give us a ring, and then we can do our best to try and get over there.
That's awesome, because that's, and I probably should mention this with everybody, is that most of these places now have got the option to be able to do deliveries for you. We were talking to Olga's and they were saying that they've got, local catering type
Mhm.
things. The district does their pizza delivery and probably most of their menu items to the similar services that you guys have.
Correct,
So
yeah.
these services have become pretty valuable to you guys. They're coming in.
They have,
Order Up and
absolutely.
Dash.
Especially people that can't really get out there at work, can't get over to the restaurant in time. They're able
Right.
to order it through just their phone, right through the app.
Yeah, and it's a simple thing to use
Mhm.
too. It's really great.
Yeah.
But from the private event party status, that was one of the questions I had. Is that your space is perfect for that? I mean,
It is,
And
yep.
parking over there, you guys have got lots that all of
We
you
have
guys
the
are
big
using.
lot,
Yeah.
correct? Yep.
So this, if you, like I said, within the 2 blocks to be able to walk to all these things is an amazing thing to be able to do. Rick's being there now 9 years. The menu has not gotten old in any way, shape, or form, as you've heard today.
Mhm.
A lot to try, a lot to check out over there. I definitely think that you should stop by and make sure that you revisit. And this is one of the things I was talking about, is that there's people that kind of make these pockets their home and go bounce around to different
Right.
places. But it's one of those areas that if you haven't been to, you need to definitely go back to
And
revisit.
we highly recommend it. Our regulars see us daily and try everything that we have.
I'm getting comments about me drinking beer. Some people are making comments about they can't believe that I tried a beer.
And I usually do the wine, right?
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
a wine enthusiast. That's I almost messed up my term there, but it's excellent. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Now, if you are over there, you can look for him. I
Mm-hmm.
sought him out yesterday. Not always dressed like his fan. You showed me up today.
Usually I have a hat on if I'm in the kitchen. I'll have my Rick shirt on, but no, stop by, come see us, especially on the patio this time of the year. Bring your dogs. We got a little doggy menu for
You're kidding.
the pups. Yep, we have a doggy menu.
Ah,
So
pet friendly.
very pet
All
friendly.
right, Jeff. Thank you so much for joining me. It was
Thank
great to
you so
have you.
much.
I really appreciate it.
Oh, there
Don't worry
goes-
about these. These won't go to waste.